at the end of the day on the Uncensored Truth podcast.
Yes.
We're saying and old guy right here on Monday night. Got the show popping right now. Make sure you go up top and hit that like button on any channel or various platform you're watching right now. And make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. Old guy, we got a lot to talk about this evening. Let's transition a little bit into Kanye West. Talking about this situation. Now we see we just talked about Michael Rubin. And we heard the commentary of my man that wrote Dear White People. Kanye West. Now, he did a dope-ass track with T.I. It's called The Ye vs. The People starring T.I. Real dope record. I got you hip on it this morning. We listened to it a couple times. Let's talk about that record, man, and then let's get into Kanye West. The sunken place Kanye West. People just trashing his ass left and right. We see number of rappers trashing him, man. What do you think about the situation? Talk about the record and talk about Ye, man. What's going on?
I think it's a dope record. You know, definitely a good record. I need to go definitely check that out. Pretty much him and T.I., you know, going back and forth over you know, different issues, you know, in America. And, you know, my thing is, man, it's like, I get it. Like, you know, we need to be talking about it. And then a lot of people, not to get, I'm gonna talk about the Kanye, the Trump thing too,
right?
Because Kanye has been getting a lot of slack. A lot of people are going in on Kanye, kind of calling him all different types of names. Like he just totally abandoned black people. But I don't know for sure yet. I mean, I'm not gonna say yes or no. You know, looking at this, I mean, anytime somebody is bringing, when they're talking about social conscious issues in their music, I'm all for it. So I'm going to read a little bit of it. You know, so he says, "You wore a dusty ass hat to represent the same views as white supremacy, man. We expect better from you. All them times you sounded crazy, we defended you, homie. Not just to be let down when we depend on you, homie. That's why it's important to know what direction you're going now, because everything you built can be destroyed and torn down." Now, ends abruptly, you know, at the end saying, "All right, TIP, we could be rapping about this, you know, all day, man." So, you know, when you look at that, it's just like we had a lot of people, and this is where I want to get straight to the point on this, you know, that we talk about the things that are going on. We talk about, it's like to ad nauseum. It's like at this point, if you don't know what has to be done, it's like sit the fuck down at this point. You know what I mean? I mean, it's like we get it. We see what's going on. Like living as you would have to be like totally numb to not, know what life is like to be like a black man in this country. You know what I mean? Especially in the Northeast or whatever we're from. We understand what it is, and some people get it earlier than others. So it's just like, you know, I appreciate the dialogue and everything, but me personally, man, it's just like, what are these people going to do besides talk about it and make music, you know, to help the overall, you know, condition of the people, at least where they come from?
So are you saying that this conversation, this dialogue that they're having isn't enough? It's because it's very strong dialogue, though. It does raise a lot of questions. People have been out here going in the sunken place. You heard Snoop Dogg say he's an Uncle Tom, Sambo, calling him all kind of shit. You see his name getting slandered. And yes, he is eclectic. Yes, he's weird as shit. Yes, he does a lot of weird things, but we all have to. Dave Chappelle, legendary, said it. You have to be careful who you call crazy, because you got to be careful on saying that word crazy, that Kanye's crazy. Now, I'm not sitting here saying that you're sitting here saying Kanye's crazy. You're saying that there needs to be result behind or action behind his words. And I completely agree with you. The dialogue is great, but where's the action at? But Kanye can easily say that he is putting stuff into action, putting his money into various different situations. What do you say to the people that say Kanye West is an Uncle Tom because he likes Donald Trump, or because he wears the hat, he neglected black people? What do you say to those naysayers? What do you say to those people?
I think you have, a lot of people who kind of, and I think ultimately what people are trying to get to on both sides. When I mean on both sides, I don't want to even say both sides, because it's more than just a black and white issue. It's more different, you know, races and stuff. We know our whole thing is a whole construct, you know, in itself, but it's more than just, you know, some certain people don't go by a label of just black and white. So people go by other things. But, you know, I think that, you know, Kanye West is just a bitch ass nigga. That's my real thought, man. I think that, you know, here's my thing. Is it just a trend, or is this really gonna be like a movement? Now I'm not saying that Kanye gotta be the next Malcolm X. And I'm like, that's the same thing I say with Meek Mill. Like, are you really gonna change, the way that you do music and your whole lifestyle? Or are you just, doing it for a song? But I do think that, Kanye and definitely T.I. definitely cares about the condition. And I also, think that we look at them as real big, and think they got a lot, but really on the grand chessboard, they just really small pieces. So I really do genuinely appreciate though when they bring this type of dialogue out. But again, I think that, if they come together more, if these people come together like the TIs and everybody come together, they could do a lot together. Maybe not, individually, but I appreciate this. It's dope.
It's great dialogue. And I'm glad Kanye West opened himself up to the harsh criticism and let T.I. dig in his ass the way he did, because he got on him. He called him Uncle Tom. He called him. He got on him.
Right.
And to Kanye's credit, he answered every question that was asked by him. Now, that being said, it was all constructed through studio. And I mean, it wasn't done live. So, I mean, but it does bring a great argument and good conversation to the forefront, no matter what you think of Kanye West, whether you think he a bitch ass nigga or whether you think he a genius. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it is great conversation that we have to see what comes out of it. He might say that he's given enough, just giving the dialogue. We all know how he is. You know what I mean? So remains to be seen. His album comes out soon. We all know the masterpieces he's going to be dropping with Nas.
Hold on. Do you think, not to cut you off, do you think Kanye's a sellout ass nigga or what, man?
Do I think Kanye's a sellout ass nigga?
Like this, honestly, because I didn't get to ask you about that.
Do I think he's a sellout ass nigga? That would be.
Let me rephrase that. We might edit that out. Do you think all the criticism that he's getting from everybody, do you think that it's justified? This is what I ask it. Phrase it like that.
It ain't justified at all. No matter what you think this brother's doing, for you to waste your time directing energy toward him, for him to be the end all be all to what black is to y'all, shame on y'all. No matter what that brother earned something for it. No, Kanye, I grasp a lot out of what he's saying and out of a lot of what he's doing. Now, he may not necessarily. You may see him with the Make America Great Again hat, and you may see him hugging with Trump and may get appalled by that, but you're looking at it from one main glass, and that is the glass of non-business perspective. And that just is what it is. This brother could be easily talking about, look, man, he just did a tax break that saved me a little over $3.5 million, which in turn I can give that $3 million to my black family, grow my black seeds, raise my black community, and do what I want with my black dollar. Who argue with that? But we're all caught up under the rhetoric of Donald Trump saying he's going to build a wall, his racist little bullshit. Can I keep it 100? 99.95% of all the presidents were fucking racist. Can we just keep it a buck? They all were. So we're sitting here worried about him. We're peeling apples and oranges saying he's racist, he this. Everyone's getting up in arms. Meanwhile, the real shit at hand underneath, what's going on with our bread, is being handled, and how should that be handled? And I'm thinking that Kanye's argument in that is he's looking more at the business financial side of the presidency as opposed to the rhetoric that's going on outside, and is receiving a lot of criticism from those who take answers from bosses and aren't signing boss checks.
Ooh, well, I guess that says it all right there, man.
That's just in my opinion.
Definitely. But yeah, man, you're listening to